When I originally started performing, I thought I was going to be a juggler. I started out I learnt a few magic tricks as a kid and then got involved in juggling. And I just went, I'll be a juggler in a circus in Las Vegas. That'll be the way to go. And it turns out it's not. So from juggling to circus sideshow to comedy and then just into this strange world of playing with people and things. It's just really, really fun.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun actually on stage.
Well, and again, because the show has the people coming up on stage and interacting, it's different enough every night for me that it's nice. So I get to have a new show every night.
Is it ever frustrating, the tape? Does that ever become a point where you're like, oh God, I want to say something?
It can and it can't be. During the show sometimes, if I've got a troublesome volunteer who's trying to... Sometimes when you get a volunteer who wants to perform too much and I desperately want to say to them, just be normal. If you just be normal, it'll be funnier. Just be a normal human being. I've got the start of the show to sort of sit there and watch the audience as they come in, and there's a certain amount of kind of body language you're trying to see who's chatting, who's having fun, and then when you get them up on stage, people can instantly change character from when they are sitting, and it's just that weird thing of going, okay, you're not going to work, move on, next person, and just if I can quickly gloss over it, it's fine.
Is there a big team with you that work together, kind of generating the ideas, or is it primarily yourself?
Primarily it's myself stuck in a room with a whole bunch of random stuff. Or there's a really good shop next to my house, which is, you know those shops that sell everything?
Tack shops?
Yeah, I've got one of those. And the woman has kind of gotten used to me just pacing the aisles. And I buy random things every now and then. There was one day where, over the course of a day, I bought 7 plungers. And I just kept coming back every couple of hours going, oh, just another couple of plungers, thanks, and then heading off. And she never asks any questions. She just happily takes the money, and then I just go away and work on material. Sometimes when you hear the music and you go, that's such an iconic bit of music, you have to do something with it. And then other times you hear, or you see a prop and you go, wow, okay, plungers are inherently funny, so what can I do with a plunger that no one else has done? And so I muck around with different ways. A lot of the time the material does grow from the audience doing things. Like when an audience member comes on stage, and like with the jokes that I do, I try and think out every situation possible. But occasionally some audience member will do one thing and I'll just go, that's so funny, that's amazing. And then I spend the next 3 months desperately trying to recreate that moment with trying to find a way, how can I influence another audience member to do what that first person did and then get the laugh. I think with this show, it's fairly universal. I think that's the coolest thing about it. Wherever I've gone, I've never had to change anything, and I think that's the joy of the show as well. There's no political thing, there's no current affairs in there. There's not even a storyline in the show. It's just a nonsense show of little sketches with a big ridiculous finale for no reason whatsoever. And so people around the world just associate to it. And all the music in the show, everyone knows it. It's really iconic music that everybody knows. And like I've done the shows in countries where English isn't the language there. So I've lurked backstage waiting and hanging out, and then I just hear the boy with tape on his face, and it's like, right, that's my cue, go do the show. And then it goes over all right.